Hello my awesome viewers, my name is A-Lex and this ain't just pro wrestling, this is Brutality, and we are 1 week away from the first pay-per-view of Brutality Season 2, the King of Brutality event. That's going to be next week, this Saturday coming up, but today it is time for the Go Home Show, where we're kicking things off with a #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. The winners of this match will face Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So here we go. The Undisputed Era looking to get the win and then get revenge on Owens and Zayn for defeating them for the titles in the first place. So they're looking to get those titles back, whereas the Bar are looking to finally have their breakout moment here in Brutality and get a chance at the World Championship. In fact, these two teams were in a match to determine the first ever champions when the Undisputed Era won. So there's a lot of history here. The Bar wants their revenge tonight and wants to stop Undisputed Era from getting closer to reclaiming their gold. Now, Bobby Fish tagged in by Kyle O'Reilly, but Cesaro knocks them both down. If you looked at the Brutality on YT Twitter account, then you would see that after last week's match with Matt Riddle, Rob Van Dam has a broken arm and will be out of action for 6 to 8 weeks. We wish Rob Van Dam the best in his recovery, and we hope he recovers even sooner than that. But Rob, take as much time as you need. The show must go on as Cesaro looks on while Sheamus beats the living hell out of his opponent. Now Fish backtracking, trying to get to his corner. Sheamus looked to close in, but Fish was able to take him down with the side headlock. Sheamus, though, was able to get out of it. Tag there to O'Reilly. Total elimination. Takes out Sheamus there. The Celtic Warrior not looking too good. Now you see Roderick Strong on the outside supporting the Undisputed Era. Their new leader, and Roderick Strong looking to get them back in title contention. Now O'Reilly. Submission hold on Sheamus, who is not the legal man. Cesaro breaks up and hits a gut-wrench German suplex with the bridge, but only got a 1 count. What strength by the Swiss Cyborg. 30-minute time limit as Cesaro takes down Kyle O'Reilly. He lifts him back up. Off the ropes goes Cesaro. Goes for the European uppercut, but it's ducked by Kyle O'Reilly. Cesaro picks the ankle, and now into the swing. Round and round he goes. When he will stop, nobody knows, and apparently it was right there as Cesaro now gets sent to the outside. Tag to Bobby Fish. Fish and Cesaro fighting on the outside. They have a count of 20 to get back into the ring. Cesaro with the crossface on the outside. Kyle O'Reilly breaks it up. Getting close to that 20 count as we reach count number 13, 14, 15. Cesaro in the ring. Fish just barely gets in the ring at the count of 17. Forearm by Fish. He lifts up Cesaro and drops him down with the scoop slam. God, I am feeling it tonight. I am fired up, and so are these awesome fighters in the ring as they look to earn a spot in the Tag Team Championship match this Saturday at King of Brutality. Cesaro tags in Sheamus. Fish tags in O'Reilly. Look at this double team powerbomb. Takes down Bobby Fish. Cesaro, though, gets caught with an elbow by Bobby Fish, and now Kyle O'Reilly continuing to use this momentum that the Undisputed Era has here, but just as I say that, Sheamus was able to put it back in the Bar's favor. Now he's got him up. White noise. But O'Reilly's right back up, dodges the brogue kick, and tags out to Bobby Fish. Sheamus really showing why he's known as the Celtic Warrior here tonight, taking a lot of punishment and dishing a lot of it out. But he gets caught with the fish hook. Elbow to the face. But Sheamus is right back up. He wisely tags out to Cesaro. But the Swiss Superman gets taken down by Bobby Fish. Off the ropes goes Fish. Pele. Or not Pele, a penalty kick. Definitely not a Pele. But it's also a soccer term, so wasn't too far off. Now Cesaro lifts up Bobby Fish, has him up in the air and holding him, showing off that amazing Swiss strength that Cesaro has. And now into the sharpshooter. Shades of Bret Hart, shades of Sting. But Kyle O'Reilly is in there to break it up. Also shades of a former partner in the career of Cesaro, Tyson Kidd. Shouts out to him with that sharpshooter there by Cesaro as Cesaro gets kicked in the head with a brutal enziguri by Bobby Fish. He tags out to Kyle O'Reilly, whereas Cesaro tags out to Sheamus. All 4 men in the ring now, as O'Reilly and Fish have the advantage. O'Reilly and Cesaro going at it as Sheamus gets dropped on his head. Cesaro suplexing O'Reilly. Both Sheamus and O'Reilly, the 2 legal men, gassed here. O'Reilly with the forearm to the face. But now, Sheamus with the knee to the midsection, taking him down. He goes behind, sends O'Reilly into his own corner. Could have been a mistake there, sending him closer to his tag team partner. Rolling heels there. Rolling senton by Sheamus. Now he tags out, and so does O'Reilly. Cesaro and Fish are now the legal men, as we have a 2-on-2 brawl going on. All 4 men in the ring, as we see another double powerbomb into the sharpshooter. Is this it? Is Fish going to be forced to tap out? O'Reilly had to go out to the apron. He did not want to be disqualified there by the referee, but he gets back in time to help his partner here. And now Bobby Fish with another enziguri. A big spinning kick to the back of the head of Cesaro. Cesaro was down for a moment there. Forearm sends him down again. Fish goes behind, sends him into his own corner. Running knee. That was absolutely brutal. That's why they call this brutality, folks. But look at the strength of Cesaro again. Military press and a slam by the Swiss Cyborg as he tags back out to Sheamus. Another double power bomb. They are brutalizing the Undisputed Era right now. Bro kick to the back of the head. That could be it, but he's right in O'Reilly's corner, and O'Reilly able to break it up. What an opening contest as Fish goes for another cover, but this time Sheamus kicks out. They lock up, and now they're throwing hands. Slaps by Fish, punches by the Celtic Warrior. Big drop kick by Bobby Fish. Big boot by Sheamus. Now Sheamus tags out to his partner. So does Fish. These 2 teams just going back and forth here tonight. It's anyone's game thus far as we are about halfway through the time limit. Cesaro lifts up Fish. Fish lands on his feet, goes to the outside. Big kick to the face of Cesaro while he was woozy. And now O'Reilly has the ankle lock locked in. Is this going to be the end for Cesaro and Sheamus? Is Cesaro going to have to tap out? Thankfully for him, he's able to get out of it, as those ropes would not have saved him there. No rip breaks there in brutality. Cesaro creates separation, tags out to Sheamus. They lock up. Double powerbomb again, this time on O'Reilly. He's down, and now the sharpshooter. This has got to be it, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the end for the Undisputed Era. But O'Reilly gets out of it. He tags out the Fish. Now Fish and Sheamus are the legal men. Total elimination. A cover. 1, 2, no. A kick out. Now Cesaro and Sheamus working together. Another double powerbomb. Takes down Fish. Sheamus got him up and down on the knee. That was brutal. Enziguri, though, takes down Sheamus as well. What an opening contest. We still got 2 more big matches, including a fatal 4-way. To see who will challenge Toni Storm for the Women's Championship. And, of course, the final match in round 1 for the BPWF title in the King of Brutality tournament. Minoru Suzuki defends his title against AJ Styles in our main event. You do not want to miss that. Now Cesaro hitting those forearms to the face of Bobby Fish. He's able to fight off Sheamus and Cesaro. Also coming up next, we're going to have CM Punk and Brody Lee going one-on-one. The winner will face Mustafa Ali at the King of Brutality pay-per-view to see who will be challenging for the Intercontinental title the next night, or the next week I should say, on Brutality. Let's focus back on the action as Cesaro once again locks in the sharpshooter, but thankfully for O'Reilly, his partner Fish was right there to stop it. Big kick to the head of Cesaro by Fish. And now O'Reilly tags back out to Fish. O'Reilly takes down Cesaro, and now look at this double team maneuver coming up. Oh, Cesaro goes down. The cover. 1, 2. Sheamus is right there, breaking it up at the count of 2. What a war. What a match. What a classic tag team contest we are witnessing here in our opening bout on Brutality. Big enziguri by Bobby Fish. He's on fire right now. Huge spinning kick to the back of the head. La Maestro! One! But Sheamus is there to break it up. Forearms again to the face of Sheamus. Cesaro now with the sharpshooter. Is Bobby Fish going to tap out? He's right in the center of the ring. He gets out of it. Cesaro tags out to Sheamus. All 4 men in the ring. Now Fish gets lifted up by Sheamus and tossed like a baby with that fall away slam. Sheamus up on top. You don't see this very often. Out of Sheamus. Big shoulder block off the top rope. And Sheamus looking for another big move, but he's countered with that back elbow, creating separation and allowing Bobby Fish to get the tag out to Kyle O'Reilly. Total elimination! O'Reilly is excited about that one, posing for the fans, and now goes behind. Sheamus though, able to connect with the elbow, probably took too long, posing on the ground there, getting too cocky here tonight. And now O'Reilly fighting off both men again. He lifts up Cesaro, the legal man. Cesaro goes behind, big forearm to the back of the head. That might have knocked O'Reilly out cold, but that forearm might have knocked Cesaro out. Payback is a bitch, and O'Reilly is serving payback here. But Cesaro tosses him in the air like nothing with that belly-to-belly suplex. Now sends him off the ropes, catches him with the flapjack. Not even taking a bump, just letting O'Reilly fall to the mat. Sheamus went for the bro kick, it missed. Kyle O'Reilly fighting off Cesaro, but Sheamus is just too much. He takes down O'Reilly with a club to the back, lifts him up, and takes him down with a scoop and a slam. And now Cesaro gets caught into the knee bar. Is that going to be it? Is he going to have to tap out here? No, Cesaro was able to break it up. Now Cesaro gets taken down, or Sheamus gets taken down again into that knee bar by O'Reilly. Is this going to be the end? We're getting very close to our 30-minute time limit for this match. We might not have a number 1 contender. Look at these two absolute beasts in the ring as O'Reilly takes down Sheamus with that roundhouse kick. He tags in Bobby Fish. Huge enziguri. And now, forearm to the face by Bobby Fish takes down Sheamus. Neckbreaker by Fish. And Sheamus is in a world of hurt right now. He's in trouble. Oh, big forearm takes him down as well. Now Fish, drop kick to the knee. Picking apart each and every part of Sheamus' body here. That's what they're so good at. Such a technical tag team. They know the ins and outs of pro wrestling. And here tonight they're showing that skill off against the bar. A team of 2 tough warriors here as they hit another double powerbomb on Bobby Fish. And not done yet. They hit another one. My God, they're looking to brutalize the Undisputed Era and make a statement to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with a win here tonight. Cesaro with that immense strength. Delayed vertical suplex to Bobby Fish. They lock up, but Fish catches him. Olympic Slam. The Olympic Slam allows Fish to get to his corner and tag out to O'Reilly once more. 3 minutes are left in this contest. Belly to belly there. By Fish takes down Cesaro. Now the submission in. And Sheamus has to tap out. The Undisputed Era get the victory. And the Undisputed Era are heading to the King of Brutality pay-per-view to get a rematch for the BPWF Tag Team Championships against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But we got more action coming up right now. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. You saw that correctly. It is time for Brody Lee to take on CM Punk. This is CM Punk's second match here in Brutality. We haven't seen him since the season premiere edition where he faced Pete Dunne in the first round of the King of Brutality tournament, where CM Punk would surprisingly lose that match. Pete Dunne, the Intercontinental Champion, would get the victory, and CM Punk was eliminated in the first round. Brody Lee, on the other hand, he's 1-0 this year after defeating Kenny Omega last week in a kind of an upset victory there, even though Brody Lee's one hell of an athlete. You know, Kenny Omega is also probably one of the best in the world. But CM Punk probably has a differing opinion on that, as he is also known by many people, including himself, as the best in the world. So here tonight, we get CM Punk versus Brody Lee, a match that's sure to put you on the edge of your seat, and a match that I'm sure will go down in the record books as a total brawl with a guy like Brody Lee in that ring, and CM Punk with his fierce strikes. Of course, Punk has a lot of training recently in MMA. That career didn't exactly work out for him the way he wanted to, and he's hoping that the ring rust can be cleansed off of him here in Brutality, and as he looks for a win here tonight. Brody Lee off the ropes, Punk with a big forearm to the face. We saw in Punk's last match that he's actually added some moves to his repertoire. We saw a senton from him last week off the top rope, one of the new moves that we've seen from Punk here. And I'm wondering if we're going to see anything different here tonight. Punk sends Brody Lee into the corner, looks for the forearm, it does not connect. There's the suplex by CM Punk. Great strength by Punk to get Brody Lee over for that suplex. But Brody Lee connects with a drop kick. This big man is so very agile for his size. It's incredible. Punk, though, very agile as well. But he gets sent to the outside here, and Stephanie Caff starts her count. Punk gets back into the ring, so does Brody Lee. Punk adjusting his wrist tape. They lock up again. Neckbreaker by Brody Lee. That was nice. And now driving the head repeatedly into the mat. But thankfully for Punk, he was able to get out of that before he had to give up or get knocked out. Fujiwara armbar by CM Punk, but it's countered there by Brody Lee. The big choke slam and the cover. That could be it already 4 minutes into the match. But CM Punk able to kick out of it. Snapmares him down. And now Punk looking for another move here. Trying to string these moves together and create a combination. But again, he gets choke slammed for his efforts. Stunners there by CM Punk. Another move that we saw in his last contest. A new move in the repertoire of CM Punk. Big lariat to the back of the head by Brody Lee. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Brody Lee takes inspiration from the late, great Bruiser Brody. Hence the name Brody Lee, and he is very reminiscent of Bruiser Brody and the way that he wrestles and terrifies his opponents and the audience around him. He's just a weird guy, but he is a tremendous athlete. So is CM Punk, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time in my mind, and many others. CM Punk and Lee going head-to-head, face-to-face, toe-to-toe in the center of the ring, and Punk goes down first, but Harper goes right down after him. He's up first, though. Chopped to the chest of Lee by Punk, and now Punk grabs Brody Lee, elbow to the back, and the surfboard has Brody Lee in a bad predicament here, but Lee was able to get out of it. Goes for that discus lariat and missed. Now wait a second. GTS by Brody Lee. Into the discus lariat. My God. 1, 2. Did he do it? No. Punk kicked out. What an ending that would have been. Brody Lee stealing the move of CM Punk. Punk collides with Brody, but he falls to the mat. Now senton by Brody Lee. Like I said, this man is so agile for his size. He does suicide dives, top rope dives. Not something you see every day out of a big man like Brody Lee. Off the ropes he goes, so does Punk, but he misses with that knee. And now Lee looking to capitalize again on Punk. Another discus lariat. Another cover. 1, 2. No! The straight edge savior saves himself there by getting his shoulder up at the last second. There is the scoop slam and a kick to the leg by CM Punk. He's got Lee in the corner. Repeated kicks to the midsection, and now the face wash by CM Punk, getting nasty here tonight. Punk lifts him up. He goes behind, but Harper counters, dropping him face first on the knee. Now Brody Lee off the top with the big senton, and now again driving the head of CM Punk into the mat repeatedly. Absolutely devastating by Brody Lee, but Punk able to create some separation there to catch himself a breather, try to regain maybe even his consciousness here. Now, the Muay Thai knees by CM Punk. He climbs to the top rope, double stomp to the back. Another newer move for Punk. He has done it in the past, but not as much as he has been recently. Formed to the back of the head by Lee, but Lee doesn't fall down. Punk goes for a suplex, but Lee's just too heavy. And Punk gets dropped with a suplex by Brody Lee. Brody Lee locks up with Punk. He gets caught with the neck breaker by Punk. Punk now on top. There's the senton I talked about earlier. And continuing the assault on the legs of Brody Lee. Lee, though, gets the advantage again. Takes down Punk. He goes behind. Punk catches him with the stunner. And now into a Boston clap, a half Boston grab here by CM Punk. But the Chicago native couldn't get the victory with the Boston maneuver. And now Punk, though, with a kick right to the balls. Totally legal here in Brutality. Another double stomp by Punk. Punk gets caught, though. Choke slam by Brody Lee. Lee, kick to the midsection. Discus lariat. 1, 2. No! Punk kicked out again. How many has he kicked out of? 3? 4 of them? I don't even know at this point. Another one. Punk can't kick out. That has to be it. 1, 2, and 3. Brody Lee gets a huge victory here tonight over the straight edge savior, and CM Punk's woes seem to be continuing. Just cannot shake off that ring rust. But up next it's time for a fatal 4-way in the women's division. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, a fatal 4-way match to determine who will take on the undefeated 5-0 overall #1 wrestler here in Brutality, Toni Storm, for the BPWF Women's World Championship at the King of Brutality pay-per-view 1 week from today. Who will win? Who will take on Toni Storm? We shall see here tonight. Becky Lynch got this opportunity by defeating Candice LeRae 2 weeks ago. Kairi Sane defeated Rhea Ripley and AJ Lee in all 3 of their debut matches to earn her way into this match. And then Asuka and Paige went to a time limit draw, and that is the reason why they are here. So fatal 4-way match. The winner faces Toni Storm. Paige, of course, has much history with Toni Storm, has lost to her 2 times in championship matches, and of course, the first ever BPWF Women's Championship match was between Paige and Toni Storm, where of course Toni Storm came out on top and became the first and only champion so far here in Brutality history. Double team powerbomb there as Becky Lynch and Kairi Sane are working together. Cover there by Becky, but Paige easily kicks out at 1. Suplex now to Asuka from Paige. Now Kairi goes after Paige, but Paige with a back elbow. She's taking out all comers here now, as she is hell-bent on getting one last shot against Toni Storm. And you gotta think, if she doesn't make it again, then she's kind of done when it comes to going for that title. Paige started out great here in Brutality, but I don't know. If you lose again, then people might start to think that would be the nail in the coffin for Paige's career. But Paige knows that. It's in the back of her mind, and hopefully it doesn't eat at her too much and cause her to lose this match. Each one, of course, only has a 1 in 4 shot of winning. So it's all for one and one for all here tonight in this contest. Now submission hold on Becky Lynch as Asuka and Kairi go at it. Of course, Asuka and Kairi have been a tag team in the past. 2 pins at once. That would have been very interesting if that would have got to a 3, but both kicked out at 1. Thankfully for our poor referee David Kapp, he would have had to make a very hard decision there if both Asuka and I believe it was Becky had gotten pinned there. Now Kairi Sane with a chop to Becky Lynch. Her and Asuka going at it now. She now takes Becky up and drops her down. Does Kairi, and now takes out Asuka and Paige. Kairi's on a roll here tonight. She had a very impressive win in that first match, and could be a very cool, very amazing story for Kairi Sane if she were to win here, only in her second match, earning herself a shot at the title. Paige now is caught and taken down by Becky Lynch. Look at the combination by Asuka. Slaps that ass, telling her opponents to bring it, but Becky's bringing it. Disarmer here on Asuka. Asuka, though, luckily for her, was able to get out of it. Forearm to the face. Elbow. Another forearm by Kairi. Takes down Paige. Backhand to Becky from Asuka there, but Becky was still standing. And now Becky and Kairi going at it as Becky lifts her up and takes her down. Asuka now focusing her attention back on Kairi once again. Suplex there by Asuka, but she gets caught in an armbar by Becky Lynch. Is Asuka going to tap out? No, the Empress able to get out of that. And now she takes down the Anti-Diva with the Enziguri. Backdrop suplex by Becky Lynch to Kairi. Splash off the top rope and the cover by Asuka. 1-2. And Kairi just kicks out at 2. Asuka goes for the miss, but thankfully for Kairi Sane, she was able to move out of the way. Stunner by Becky Lynch on Paige. Paige is right back up though. And now Paige, repeated forearms to Becky Lynch. Sends her off the ropes, or into the corner I should say. Becky catches her with the armbar again. But Paige able to get out of it. Now Paige with the forearm on Asuka. Double team by Asuka and Kairi, taking down Paige. Asuka and Kairi are definitely friends in and outside of the wrestling business. Even tag team partners. But here tonight, it's all for yourself. You got to win this match if you want a shot at the title. And Asuka and Kairi definitely not on the same page here tonight, as Asuka gets driven down by Paige and Kairi. Now Kairi locks up with Becky and sends her down with the scoop slam. Dragon screw by Paige, and now she's eating some elbows and forearms by the Pirate Princess. Speaking of the Pirate Princess, she goes off the second rope. Double team there as Asuka kicked Paige in the back and Kairi connected with the forearm. Now Kairi's in a bad predicament here. Leg hold by Becky Lynch, but she's able to get out of it. Oh, and now speaking of holds to the legs, now Asuka has a knee bar on Paige, but she's able to get out of it. Kairi went to the top. She was thinking about something for a second there, maybe that insane elbow, but she thought better of it and got down. Becky Lynch is fired up, saying, "Come on!" But no one seems to want to give anything to her. And now Asuka with the combination on Paige as they cover on Kairi. Asuka trying to break it up, but she couldn't get into position. Thankfully, though, Kairi was able to kick out. This match has a 30-minute time limit. If this would go to a draw, I have no idea what we do. Maybe a fatal 5-way at the pay-per-view, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get a good old-fashioned one-on-one contest. And we see the Rampage by Paige. That could be it. The cover 1, 2. No, Asuka kicks out. Look at this cover. Jackknife cover by Kairi, but Asuka breaks it up. And Kairi takes down Asuka then. Becky and Asuka now going at it. Forearm to the face of Becky. Oh, look at this. Asuka steals the Rampage from Paige. But she's too woozy to go for the cover. Instead, she lifts her up. Off the ropes. Drop kick to the face. Kairi now. And Becky going at it as Paige with the roll-up. 1, 2. No. 2.9. My God, that was close. Asuka showing that strong style. Stopping on the head of Paige and now dropping Kairi down on the apron. Kairi and Asuka the only two left in the ring right now. Asuka tossing all 3 members out of the ring, asserting her dominance here tonight. And now all 4 fighting on the outside. You can't win it out there. You need to get back into the ring. There are no countouts though, so neither of the 4 women have to worry about a countout. Speaking of being out, I think Becky Lynch was out for a moment there after that kick to the head from Asuka. Asuka with some of the most lethal kicks in all of professional wrestling. And now Paige going after Kairi Sane. Becky and Asuka fighting as now Paige and Becky focus on each other. Now double team attempt by Becky and Asuka to Kairi. Kairi fought off both women. Paige getting some very valuable rest time in the ring as all 3 of these ladies fight on the outside. Big exploder by Becky. And now Asuka. Dropkick to the face of Kairi. Asuka almost gets caught by Becky. Asuka able to counter there, but Kairi Sane there with the forearms and elbows to the face of Asuka. Paige is getting so much time to rest in the ring. She is enjoying every moment of it as these three women beat the hell out of each other on the outside. It's coming to a close now for Paige, though, as Asuka was the first to roll in. Now Kairi and Becky in there. All four women back in the ring, as this one, I feel, is getting close to the end. Two women head-to-head there as Paige and Kairi Sane collide. And now, look at this, Lama Magistral by Becky. One, Paige hasn't noticed. Oh, a kick out. And now another cover here, this time by Kairi on Paige. But it was too long for David Kaff to get down for the cover. I think Kairi would have won, though. I think Kairi was kind of screwed there as David Kaff wasn't able to get down for the cover in time. That sucks for Kairi Sane, but the match must go on. Double team, powerbomb to Asuka. The cover by Becky. 1, 2, and 3. Becky steals the win. Becky steals the win. And Becky Lynch is going to King of Brutality. She has earned herself a Women's World Championship match against the undefeated Toni Storm. What a match that'll be, as the Irish Lass takes on the Australian at King of Brutality. But now it's time for our main event. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the match you've all been waiting for. The former BPWF World Champion gets his championship shot here in the final match in the first round of the King of Brutality tournament, as AJ Styles looks to reclaim his gold against this man, one of the most sadistic and horrifying pro wrestlers in all of professional wrestling, Minoru Suzuki. The winner of this match will be facing Matt Riddle in the semifinals of the King of Brutality tournament at the King of Brutality pay-per-view. We're also going to have Pete Dunne versus Tomohiro Ishii in the other semifinal match. So here we go, championship match, main event, a huge main event. I hope you're excited. I know I am. If you aren't, something might be wrong with you, because this is going to be a classic. These two, not only did Minoru Suzuki take the title from AJ Styles in the BPWF Rumble in our season finale last year, but AJ Styles defeated Minoru Suzuki in one-on-one action. In fact, it was the night after AJ won the BPWF Championship, and it was a non-title match. Minoru Suzuki lost that night, and Suzuki looks for revenge on Styles, whereas Styles also looking for revenge on Suzuki for taking his title in that Rumble. And now the forearms to the face of Styles. Suzuki gets thrown into the corner, but he's ready to fight. Continuing on with the offense here tonight. Gets picked up, but again counters into the triangle. And AJ was in a bad spot there, but luckily for him, he was able to escape and now connects with the arm drag, taking Minoru Suzuki down. Suzuki goes for a takedown. That did not work. Another arm drag by AJ Styles. Styles seems to be out wrestling Minoru Suzuki here. We all know Suzuki's striking power. One of the most hard-hitting wrestlers in this entire sport. Now, Minoru Suzuki's fired up here for his first title defense, our second ever BPWF World Champion, as he has a tough spot in this tournament. If he makes it to the finals, it'll be 3 championship matches, and he kicks out of that cover there by AJ Styles. A great way to get into a cover there by AJ. Here's how skilled that man is. And now trading forearms. I have a feeling Suzuki's going to win this one. He does. Both men, at the end of it though, do collapse from exhaustion there. Only 4 minutes in, and these two men are already beating the ever-living hell out of each other. And another submission hold here on AJ Styles, but again, he was able to get out of it. Styles gets sent into the corner. No, Minoru Suzuki gets countered and sent into the corner, but he catches AJ with the shoot headbutt. Forearm to the back of the head. Styles sure is taking a beating here tonight, but that's what happens here in Brutality. Every single night, our athletes go head-to-head, toe-to-toe, and put their bodies and their careers on the line against one another. And tonight it's extra important for these two men. Styles goes for a discus lariat. It did not connect. Here's the combination from Styles. Big kick to the head. Goes behind. Sends Minoru off the ropes. He went off the ropes as well, but Suzuki held on. Styles was able to stop himself, but he gets caught with the octopus stretch. I was about to say, is AJ going to tap out? But before I could get the words out of my mouth, AJ had already countered. AJ sent off the ropes. Gets caught by Suzuki in the armbar. Fujiwara armbar. AJ, though, able to get out of it. He brings Suzuki into the corner. Big elbow to the back of the head. And again, by Styles, the phenomenal one. Working stiff here tonight against Minoru Suzuki. He's going to have to take some liberties if he wants to get the victory here tonight. Off the ropes goes Styles. Hurricane Rana catches Minoru Suzuki from behind to the front. And now Suzuki, though, attacking the arm again of Styles. Styles' Bullet Club click not here tonight. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson not allowed at ringside here in a championship match. No manager is allowed in championship matches here in Brutality to make sure there's always a winner. And now the forearms to the face of Minoru Suzuki by Styles. Styles is just getting ruthless here tonight, but so is Suzuki, a man who's always showing that ruthlessness in his matches, always taking out his aggression on his opponents. Now Styles rolls him up here. 1, 2. Is the title his? No. Suzuki was able to counter. Now Suzuki catches him in the guillotine choke. This could be all for AJ Styles. He could pass out or tap out here. Luckily for him, though, he got out of it. Discus lariat by Styles. Now he goes behind. Suzuki counters. Sends him off the ropes. He goes off the ropes as well. Goes behind Styles. Pele kick! What a sequence! And Styles gets the advantage there, but both men back up at the same time. Super kick by Styles. This one's getting good, folks. Styles calling for something big. Forearm to the face of Minoru Suzuki. And again, more forearms. He wants to knock Suzuki out. He wants to win this one by KO or TKO. He wants to make Minoru Suzuki his bitch here tonight, to be frank, as Suzuki takes down Styles. He's well known for making others his bitch. Styles looking to turn that on him, but he might not be able to. Suzuki might be too much for him. Off the ropes goes Suzuki. Big boot to the back of the head. From behind, kidney shot by Suzuki. That's how just disgusting this man is. Kidney shot. And then a headbutt by this shoot fighter. Got him up. Ushigoroshi from Styles out of nowhere. That could be all. That could be what he needed. 1, 2, and no! Suzuki kicks out. Off the ropes. Suzuki with a big penalty kick. Styles might be out after that one. 1, 2. No! Styles kicked out. They lock up. Another armbar by Suzuki. What a match we're seeing here in our main event. Who is advancing in the King of Brutality tournament? Who is leaving as the world champion? Suzuki trying to catch his breath, but also giving Styles time to recover. Back and forth they go. What a war we are witnessing here tonight. Super kick by Styles. Drop kick by Suzuki. Styles counters with a drop toe hold and now driving the bare knee into the mat. Suzuki doesn't wear knee pads, allowing for his opponents to attack the knees as much as they please. Suzuki got the takedown there, but Styles was able to reverse it. And now Styles goes behind. Discus lariat again. Goes behind one more time. Lifts him up. Backdrop driver. Minoru landed right on his head, but he's right back up. Another Ushigoroshi coming up. How much more can Minoru Suzuki take? Styles is up top. He leaps the crossbody. They lock up. He has Suzuki right where he wants him. Elbow to the back by Styles. But the headbutt by Suzuki. He lifts him up. Another big kick to the chest. Can Styles kick out? Is that just too much? It is! Minoru Suzuki has retained his title in his first defense here tonight. I want to thank you all for watching. What a go-home show. If that doesn't make you want to watch the pay-per-view this Saturday, I don't know what will. Check it out. Thank you for watching. Comment your thoughts on the video, like, subscribe, hit that bell, do whatever you can to support. Follow at Brutality on YT on Twitter and at A_Lex on YT on Twitter. My name is A-Lex. I have been A-Lex, and I will see you later. Thank you once again for watching.